Hi friends, we're going to practice our lowercase letters again today. This time we're going to do the second half of the small lowercase letters. So that will be R, S, U, V, W, X, and Z. So you should have your something to write with. The paper that has the lines that have a headline, midline, and baseline. If you don't have the paper or don't want to print it off, you could also write a solid line, a dotted line, a solid line for your headline, midline, and baseline on a whiteboard board, if you want to do that on a whiteboard. And it would be good if your family would have the strokes handy so that they can remind you of what you're doing as you write. Okay, I'm going to try this a little different way today, not on the easel whiteboard. I'm going to do it on a piece of paper on my table. So let's do that. Hold on a second. Okay, so here I have a paper in a wipe off folder that I can use to show you how to make the letters. I'm hoping that a flat surface is easier than a up and down vertical surface for you to see what I'm doing. So we're going to start with R, and I'm going to start at the midline, and I'm going to pull down straight, push up, curve forward, and that's R. This time I'll just tell you a little bit more. Okay, so we're starting at the headline. I'm sorry, we're not starting at the headline. We're starting at the midline. Pull down straight to the baseline. Push up till you get right about here, and that's when you're going to curve forward. Okay? All right. Now for the next letter, that's S. And S is another one of those letters that looks just like it's capital. So the capital S will take up from the headline to the baseline, while the lowercase s will take from the midline to the baseline. So let's do that. I think if I move over this way, it might be easier. Okay, so we're going to start right before, just under the midline. It goes like this. Curve back, curve forward. So again, lowercase s, start right before the midline, curve back, touching the midline, and then right around here, we're going to start to curve forward and make sure we touch that baseline. And that's your lowercase s. Okay. Excuse me, got something in my throat. Next is lowercase u. So you're going to start at the midline. You're going to pull down straight, curve forward, push up, pull down straight. Okay. So again, pull down straight right around here. Before you get to the baseline, you're going to curve forward, then you're going to push up to the midline, follow that line back down, and straight to the baseline. I can't see it that well. There you go. That's your U. Okay. So for V, you're going to touch the midline, slant right to the baseline, slant up to the headline. Well, I'm sorry, that's not the headline, that's the midline, but the paper does say the headline. So remember that when you're reading to your friends. So we're going to start at the midline, right? And then slant right to the baseline, and then slant up to the midline. Sorry, that paper is wrong. I'm not sure why. Okay, so now the W. Oh, and I forgot to do, because it's a lowercase, we would do, right? Slant right, slant up. Okay, so now W, same thing. It's just like it's capital. But remember with M and N, with M we added one more of the same exact stroke. With V for W, we're going to add one more of the same exact stroke as V. So for W, you're going to start at the midline, and you're going to slant right, slant up, slant right, slant up. Okay, I did not lift at all. Notice how my pen stayed right to the paper the whole time. So again, slant right to the baseline, slant up to the midline, slant right, to the baseline, slant up to the midline. And there's W, X. This is the only one we're going to lift on today. So for X, I think I can do that from here. We are going to start at the midline. And this is, again, another letter that looks just like its capital. So we are going to slant right, lift, slant left. Okay? So again, start at the midline, slant right, lift, back to the midline, slant left. You're crossing that right in the middle. And our last letter today is Z. So for Z, you're going to start right at the midline and slide right across that midline. And you're going to slant left, and then you're going to slide right. Okay? I'm going to do 3 of these because I forgot the little voice one. So one more time. Right across the midline, slide right. Then get to about here, you're going to slant left to the baseline, and then right across the baseline, you're going to slide right. Slide right, slide left, slide right. I didn't say that right. Slide right, slant left, slide right. My voice goes when I do those baby voices. I hope you guys have fun doing that.